This video is for all the small business owners and makers out there. So if you make things to sell things and like free things, stick with me for the next few minutes. What I'm going to be showing you is a demo of an app I built to manage the inventory that you use to make your products. So this came out of a need from my wife's company. She makes and sells candles and owns Outbound Candle Company. If you like good smelling things, check it out. But she needed a better way to keep track of all the things that she uses to make and ship those candles. So this was something that I built for her to be able to keep track of all those resources. So as things get low or hit a threshold that she wants to reorder, she's flagged and doesn't have to kind of remember or go check her inventory physically all the time. She has an app that can show it to her. So let's check out this demo, and if it's a fit for you, there'll be a link in the description for you to copy and customize for yourself. So we're going to take a look at the app here in mobile mode, but with this tool you can use it in mobile, tablet, or a desktop view with slight variations in how it looks. But I think mobile is a pretty common way we're going to be using this type of app. The basic concept here is you load in all your resources into it, and then you can create a recipe for the thing you make. So if you use several resources to make one type of item, then you're able to just say, I've made this many of this item, and it takes all of your resources out. So you're not manually tracking or guessing if you're getting low on inventory of your resources. Or when you purchase more resources, you can load them in and see that now you have more to make. You have more capacity to make, right? So let's take a look. First things first is the inventory. You need to load the app with the things that you use to make the products. So we can hit all and look at everything, and you can see there's features like a warning that, hey, you're low on inventory, or you're past that threshold that you've set to warn you that you're going to have to order more things soon. We already have things loaded in here, but the idea is before you can really use the app, you're going to load it with all of those resources. So there's this big add button down here. We click it. We can type in all the information we need to have for that resource that's going to stay there that you can continue to add and withdraw from. Things here can be customized, the categories. You can load pictures if you wish, the types of units. And then the most important kind of is that low inventory threshold, like what makes sense for this type of resource. In my wife's case, for wax, it's probably a large number of pounds. But for fragrance oils, since only a little bit of oil goes in every candle, the number is going to be a lot different, and it's going to be a different unit. So it's different for every case. Now, once you have everything loaded, what we can do is then build your sort of recipes, right? Like what do you need to make that product? So if we back out a smidge and go to our menu up here, we can hit products, and we can see all the different products that she sells or that you make and that you sell. So if we click on one of them, we then see that there's a list of all the related resources that go into making that. And we can add more to those, or we can build one from scratch, right? So if we needed to add something else here, we click add, and we pick the thing from the inventory list that we just made to put it into this recipe to make this candle, right? If we back out all the way to our main list, we again have that add button where we can say, what's this new product that we're gonna make? Let's put in the product name, description, image, and then that whole list of all the resources we would use to make it. And the reason why we do this, and this is the setup, is we have now our inventory, we have our recipe that would pull from the inventory. So when we go to make the product, we can simply say, I'm gonna make this product, we're gonna make this candle base camp, and I'm gonna make 5 of them. And now when I hit save, it's automatically gonna pull out all of those resources that were in that recipe times 5, right? So 5 jars will come out, 5 wicks, etc. Whatever you use to make what you make. And then if we go, we can look at this transaction log. So we can see that we withdrew resources today. So I've done some other tests today. We can see 13 came out here for different resources. 5 came out here. That's the one that we just did. I also added inventory earlier today. So it's showing us this whole transaction of in and out and in and out. So that way when we go to our inventory and we click on those specific resource categories, or we click all, we can see how much is left and if we need to order something more or not. So I think it really helps us as small business owners to prevent us from getting into those spaces where we thought we maybe had something and we didn't, and there's a long lead time maybe to get more of those resources. Maybe some things you can't just go to the store and get, you have to order, things like that. So it can be really helpful for that. Now, once you have all of your resources in there, you don't always have to add a new one, but you can add on to that as you make orders. So For example, if we order more wicks, we can simply go to the wicks, click the little plus that's attached to that record, and it'll kind of pre-fill some of the form for us, and we can say, yeah, I just purchased 100 more, so let's save that, and it'll throw it right into our inventory. So now we see that we have 100 more wicks in there. So that's the demo, that's the general concept. If you think this fits for you, the question now is, how do I get this and how do I implement it? Well, there's a link in the description where you can copy this template and use it. All you need is a Gmail account, so if you have one already or you're willing to, you can stand this up and you can start using it for your needs. There are a few more things that you will have to do if you want to, say, change those categories and units and the things that make more sense for your business, but I'm going to make another video that shows you step by step how to copy this template and set this up for your business. So do all the things, like, comment, subscribe. That video will be out soon. And if you have any questions, leave it in the comments and I'll do my best to help you all. Thanks so much. See you next time.